With Daniel Cosgrove, soap opera star from Days of Our Lives and previously Guiding Light and many others. Welcome to Montreal, Daniel.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Michael. It's fantastic.
Daniel, tell me, you on Saturday you came here for 2 days, and Saturday you had a little bit of a detour. Tell us what happened with you. You didn't exactly have a smooth trip to Montreal, did you?
No, I was under the impression that my identification was along the lines of a enhanced driver's license. Airlines don't allow it. So I went from my home to JFK, couldn't get an airplane, rented a car, drove up car, got to the border, and they weren't going to let me in because I didn't have enough ID. I thought I could get in, couldn't, and then we were able to work it all out.
So you finally did make it to Montreal. You came from New York, at least you weren't flying in from Florida or something where your appearance would have been. So what was it like? What has it been like mixing with your fans from Montreal?
First of all, it was such a great group of people, and actually I was going to come on the fact that you said fans. I always say there's an S in there. There's more than one. Yeah, But it wasn't even just the fans in Montreal. People had come from Toronto. People had driven from the States even, and so it was a really fantastic thing to actually meet them and just have a good old time. And it's just a supportive group, and I'm very, very grateful to have that. Absolutely.
So what's it like? You've been in soap operas for a very long time now. What's it like when you meet people on the street and I know, having watched The Guiding Light for many years and watched you, people see you and you're like a real person to them. It's not like you're Daniel Cosgrove, but your character, and they just.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Right. Yeah, I totally get it. It's the daytime drama has there's only 4 left right on air, and they've all been on for decades. Days of Our Lives, getting ready to celebrate the 50th. Guiding Light was 72 years, I believe, in production. 5 days a week. So people have such a familiarity with these characters that are in their homes every day, and they've seen multi-generations. Some people have been watching and seen grandparents who've grown up on the show. So it's almost like an extended family member they're watching. So when I meet them, it's funny. And I get a kick out of it, of where people will talk to me, or if I screwed up, they'll call me on it. I was like I'm a real family member and saying, listen, you better get your act together, or we're going to come down after you. And or if they're giving you love, they're giving you love. So it's just like an extended family. So it's really neat.
We got to get your water break here quickly.
Oh, just a little water and coffee.
Grab some water and coffee while we're talking. No problem.
Yeah.
We have to keep you hydrated, Daniel.
I love Montreal too.
So Daniel, after you sip your water, tell us can you just tell the viewers who are not familiar, what is your character on Days of Our Lives? Who do you play, and how long have you been playing it for?
The character I play, Aiden Jennings. Coming up on about a year and a half, 2 years, somewhere between there. Aiden Jennings, he's a new lawyer in town, and he showed up and started butting heads a little bit with Hope Brady, played by Christian Alfonso. He's fantastic, and we kind of worked it out and have a little thing going on. But she has, which anybody who watches the show, not even people who watch, you don't even have to watch the show, but I'm sure you've heard of Bo and Hope, and they're a huge couple in the daytime genre. And I was a little stepping into this couple is split up. I'm stepping into something I can get a lot of trouble for, and but I've had actually a pretty great group of people that have embraced it and given my character a chance.
What's the shooting schedule like for that show? How often do you keep busy? And you told me when we spoke by the telephone that you tape these episodes months in advance.
Yeah. Now, Days of Our Lives, their particular schedule is faster than any other show that I've worked on. I think maybe it's just they've streamlined it over the years, but they're doing. I'm not not sure now, it's changing, but we were doing 7, 8, 9 sometimes shows a week, and that's 5 days a week, banging them out. 3 weeks on, 1 week off, 3 weeks on, 1 week off, where they're about 5 to 6 months, I think, ahead of what's airing. Take that back to when I was maybe Guiding Light even, or All My Children, most certainly. You'd shoot it, 6 weeks later it would go to air, you'd be on air. Now you shoot it and 6 months later, so I honestly, people, if they tell me what's going on, what they're watching, I literally will forget sometimes.
Bill Lewis was a great character on Guiding Light. It seemed like you were on a much longer than you were on that show. But what are your memories of being on the Guiding Light? And it was a great script and a real historical drama.
Yeah, you know what? That was a fantastic time. Absolutely. And again, that was right 72-year production, right? I believe don't hold me to it, but I think it was 13 years on radio, goes over TV, and ends in 2009. I was on there from 2002 to 2005, and then 2007, 2009. So 5 years collectively, and 5 years is a little fraction of such an institution. But it was the people. It's always the people on any job that I go on into, and when you walk into a hair and makeup room, it's where it's all kind of like the hub. It's and then you see the other actors on stage, and I came in, my first day of work was, I believe, Josh and Reva were getting married again. I don't know.
Yeah.
And Josh, Robert and Kim, Josh and Reva were running their lines, getting ready to shoot. And as I ran, I literally thought they were having a conversation, and then I saw that they were working, and I was just stepping back watching, because they were just constantly in lines, and they're kind of organizing everybody. It's a large group. It was my first day, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like it here. I just loved their vibe. They were really good. Jordan Clark played my father, and of course playing with Em Ryland, Marcy Ryland, back then, but Em Ryland. I got to play, coming back 2007, 2009. She's fantastic, so much fun. Krista Chappelle, I worked with earlier in 2005. Just, you get to work with so many fantastic people. And, but at the end of the day, these are all people who you just like to hang out with. I enjoyed going away.
All right. Well, listen, thank you very much for your time, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you.